Good day everyone, I am Adrian Tiuntalan from the Industrial Engineering Program of the Technological Institute of the Philippines. I sincerely thank the organizers, fellow researchers, and all attendees for this opportunity to virtually present the work of our team in the IA program of TIP Quezon City campus. I want to acknowledge my academic peers for their valuable contribution to this research. Their dedication was instrumental in its completion. Special thanks to Ms. Grace E. Ceballos, Ms. Beverly T. Melchor, Ms. Angelica Ann E. Hakias, and Mr. John Angelo A. Santiago for their hard work and commitment. Our national hero in the Philippines, Dr. Jose Rizal, once said, "The youth is the hope of society." Youth play a vital role in nation building, particularly through governance and leadership. The Sangguniang Kabataan or Youth Council Reform Act of 2016 ensures youth representation in local governance. Within this, the Kabataang Katipunan or Youth Federation, comprising residents aged 15 to 30, actively engages in civic activities. Our study examines task behaviors and group dynamics, identifying factors affecting meeting effectiveness. According to Ray Lake and Abrams in 2020, youth involvement in the community fosters civic engagement through the Positive Youth Development Framework. This framework emphasizes support systems that enhance participation. Studies by Candelaria and Rala highlight the importance of task behaviors in group collaboration. Effective task behaviors such as initiating discussions and summarizing key points help achieve objectives and improve participation. Youth participation strengthens community engagement. Ray Lake and Abrams emphasize that support systems drive civic involvement. Rala et al. Highlight that task behaviors like summarizing and consensus testing improve discussions and organizational performance. Peterson in 2020 and Palagnyuk et al. In 2024 stressed that youth involvement in policymaking empowers youth leaders to address societal issues. Brady et al. In year 2020 assert that fostering youth participation strengthens leadership skills. Other researchers emphasize its role in political decision-making and sustainable civic development, aligning with our study's focus on governance engagement. We use a descriptive and observational research approach to examine youth engagement and task behaviors in youth council and youth federation organizations. This method allows for natural observation of leadership dynamics. As Shedlacki states, this approach captures real-life events without manipulating variables. Descriptive research enables in-depth examination of youth interaction and leadership. The observational method ensures real-time documentation of behaviors, focusing on meeting flow, participant engagement, and discussion productivity. Our theoretical framework is based on constructivism, as McLeod in 2024 suggests that knowledge developed through first-hand experiences. Well-structured meeting fosters learning and leadership growth. Who does 5 C's confidence, competence, connection, compassion, and character play a crucial role in civic engagement and leadership development. The conceptual framework of the study centers into 2 variables: task behaviors and productivity. Key task behaviors include initiating, seeking and giving information, clarifying, summarizing, and consensus testing. Their interconnectedness highlights how structured meetings and effective feedback enhance productivity and group outcomes. The paper used frequency distribution to analyze 6 key task behaviors: initiating, seeking information, giving information, clarifying, summarizing, and consensus testing. Participants of the study included youth council officers and the first batch of youth federation officers from the 7 sub-villages in Summer Happy Homes, Antipolo City. Ethical guidelines were strictly followed to ensure transparency and participant rights. This slide presents the combined table of group task behavior distribution. The data show 220 recorded statements across 6 key behaviors. Given information or opinions was most frequent with 50.45%, followed by seeking information with 23.64% and clarifying with 22.27%, initiating, summarizing, and consensus testing were less common. This finding suggests a focus on information sharing rather than initiating discussions or building consensus. The research observations provide insights into group dynamics and youth participation in governance. The frequency analysis showed that giving information and seeking information were the most engaged behaviors. Kent Masula contributed most to giving information while Antonio Hilanga Jr. was active in seeking information. Rala et al. Emphasized that process observation helps track group progress. The findings of the study indicate that while idea sharing was strong, active solicitation of opinions was limited. Encouraging leaders to seek input can foster openness and trust. Scott et al. In 2023 highlight that valuing input keeps participants engaged. Some members significantly contributed to discussions, but minimal initiating behavior suggests a leadership gap. The lack of summarizing and consensus testing indicates that key takeaways were not clearly defined. Wu and Palak in 2022 emphasized that active participation improves cooperation and productivity. Candelaria et al. In 2019 and Alvi and Rana in 2019 emphasized the role of task behaviors in leadership. Low consensus testing and summarizing suggests room for improvement in discussion clarity. Yuda's 5Cs framework supports the importance of engagement in leadership development. The findings suggest that while information sharing is strong, incorporating more initiating and consensus testing behaviors would improve leadership effectiveness and engagement in future meetings. Strengthening summarizing behaviors could also enhance clarity and reinforce key points, leading to more informed decision-making. Jenkins et al. In 2020 highlights self-efficacy as essential for leadership success, emphasizing that goal setting, decision-making, and problem-solving play crucial roles in leadership development. Encouraging these behaviors in meetings can help cultivate more proactive and capable youth leaders. To conclude our presentation, here are the key takeaways from our findings. The meeting's productivity was evident, with 61% of the time was spent on deliberation, demonstrating the potential of Sangguniang Kabataan or Youth Council and Katipunan ng Kabataan or Youth Federation platforms to engage youth in local governance. Structuring discussions more effectively and enhancing engagement from all participants can improve the overall flow and impact of future meetings. Next, increasing consensus testing and summarizing will help facilitate clear collective decision-making and reinforce key discussion points for better understanding and action. Encouraging diverse participation and incorporating topics aligned with youth interests such as esports can also significantly boost engagement and involvement. Moreover, strengthening task behaviors like seeking information, giving opinions, and clarifying points while emphasizing initiating and summarizing will enhance leadership effectiveness. To sum up, Sangguniang Kabataan or Youth Council and Katipunan ng Kabataan or Youth Federation Councils should implement structured strategies to improve participation, clarify objectives, and refine decision-making processes, ensuring youth leaders are well-equipped for civic development challenges. As we conclude our findings, it's important to consider how future research can build on these insights. By exploring new approaches to enhancing youth engagement, leadership behaviors, and meeting effectiveness, we can further strengthen the impact of Sangguniang Kabataan or Youth Council and Katipunan ng Kabataan or Youth Federation Councils. With that, let's take a look at the directions for future research. Future research on youth engagement and task behaviors in the Philippines should explore regional differences influenced by cultural, economic, and social factors. Investigating psychosocial aspects like motivation, confidence, and resilience can provide insights into youth leadership. Assessing leadership training programs including workshops, mentorships, and hands-on experiences can identify the most effective methods. Educational institutions play a key role in fostering civil responsibility, making it valuable to study their impact. Lastly, examining mentorship and digital platforms could offer new ways to support youth leaders through guidance and accessible training resources. The first one is the comparative studies across regions. Research could examine how regional factors such as culture, socioeconomic conditions, and governance impact youth engagement in youth council. Urban youth leaders may have better access to resources, while those in rural areas face challenges like infrastructure limitations. Comparing regions can help identify best practices and challenges, leading to tailored strategies for youth leadership development. Next is the longitudinal and psychosocial research on youth leadership. Longitudinal studies can track the growth of youth leaders' skills and traits over time, highlighting how continuous participation fosters development. Psychosocial factors like motivation and self-confidence influence engagement, with effective support system enhancing leadership capabilities. Balancing leadership demands with adequate resources can help young leaders thrive in civic roles. The third one is the impact of leadership training programs. Research could evaluate which training methods, workshops, mentorship, or hands-on projects best develop youth leadership skills. Effective programs can improve youth leaders' ability to initiate discussions, facilitate meetings, and make decisions. Future studies may explore how peer learning and scenario-based exercises enhance leadership performance. The fourth aspect is the interest-based engagement. Aligning civic discussions with youth interests such as esports can increase participation and engagement. Research could explore how incorporating personal passion into leadership programs influence commitment to civic activities. Understanding these connections may help design initiatives that sustain long-term youth involvement. Next is the role of educational institutions in civic development. Schools and universities play a crucial role in equipping youth with skills like information seeking and information sharing for civic engagement. Civic education and extracurricular activities prepare students for governance and community involvement. Research could examine how these institutions shape youth leadership and civic responsibility. Last is the inclusivity and barriers to participation. Socioeconomic status, gender, and location can create barriers to youth participation in governance. Future studies could identify these obstacles and propose strategies to foster inclusivity and civic leadership. Measuring inclusiveness in decision-making spaces can help ensure youth voices are represented and valued. In shaping the future of youth leadership and civic engagement, research plays a vital role in identifying effective strategies and addressing challenges. By exploring regional differences, leadership training, and inclusivity, we can empower young leaders to drive meaningful change. Sangguniang Kabataan or Youth Council and Katipunan ng Kabataan or Youth Federation Councils should implement structured strategies to improve participation, clarify objectives, and refine decision-making processes. These improvements will ensure that youth leaders are well-equipped to tackle civic development challenges and contribute meaningfully to their communities. Let's continue to support and invest in the next generation, ensuring that they have the skills, confidence, and opportunities to lead. The future of our communities depends on the youth of today, so let's give them the tools to succeed. Thank you.